On the anniversary of MLK's death, Bernie Sanders was at a town hall in Jackson, Mississippi, where he was answering questions and giving a speech. And something he said there about Barack Obama set a lot of people off who are on the moderate Democrat side of the political spectrum. So first, here's what Bakari Sellers, a CNN contributor, tweeted out. Y'all can defend Bernie all you want. On MLK 50, his lack of self-awareness and arrogance in dismissing number 44, Barack Obama, is wild. Bernie 2020 died April 4th, 2018. So whatever Bernie Sanders said about Barack Obama must have been terrible. Here's another reaction from Amani Gandhi, who is the senior legal analyst at Rewire News. She tweeted out this. Bernie Sanders legit picked the anniversary of MLK's death to slam the first black president. Ha ha ha, get the fuck out. And then there was also some reaction online from some randoms like this guy, Jesse Reichart, who is a self-described Hillary Clinton enthusiast, and he tweeted out this. I am in a state of shock. Bernie's remarks today about President Obama on the anniversary of MLK's assassination is so incredibly tone-deaf that I am shaking. Whoa. Okay, what did Bernie Sanders say? He's shaking. It must have been terrible. Bernie, what did you do? Bernie, what did you do? All right, we have to watch the video. Let's see what Bernie Sanders said about Barack Obama.
The business model, if you like, of the Democratic Party for the last 15 years or so has been a failure. Now, what happened, people sometimes don't see that because there was a charismatic individual named Barack Obama who won the presidency in 2008, 2012. And he was obviously an extraordinary candidate, brilliant guy.
Was that it? Okay, maybe I took the clip out of context. Maybe if you watch the full clip, it's a clear understanding that Bernie is slamming Barack Obama. I guess we should watch the full clip here. So this clip's about 2 minutes long. It's the full statement here, what Bernie Sanders is saying about Barack Obama. Get ready. Let's watch this.
Senator Sanders, this is for you. We saw a surge of millennials supporting you. How are you harnessing that energy to engage and sustain millennials in Jackson, Mississippi? And how are you doing the same to reimagine the Democratic Party?
The business model, if you like, of the Democratic Party for the last 15 years or so has been a failure. Now, what happened, people sometimes don't see that because there was a charismatic individual named Barack Obama who won the presidency in 2008, 2012. And he was obviously an extraordinary candidate, brilliant guy. But behind that reality, over the last 10 years, Democrats have lost about 1,000 seats in state legislatures all across this country. And you've got significant numbers of states, like Mississippi, where the governor, the legislature, the senators are all Republicans. Okay? Now, how does this happen at a time when the Republican agenda is the agenda of the billionaire class and is at war with working people? How does it happen that a party that wants to give tax breaks to billionaires and throw millions of people off the health insurance they have actually wins elections? So one of the things that we have got to do, as I mentioned earlier, is make sure that the Democrats, you don't win elections unless you show up.
You see how mainstream news manufactures dissent? Bakari Sellers, CNN contributor, freaking out about Bernie Sanders' comments about Barack Obama, claiming that Bernie 2020 died that day. But here are the quotes about Barack Obama. The Democratic Party's model over the past 15 years has been a failure. People sometimes don't see that because there was a charismatic individual named Barack Obama who won the presidency in 2008 and 2012. He was obviously an extraordinary candidate, brilliant guy. What the hell are people freaking out about? This is unbelievable. This is manufacturing dissent. There's not a more clear case than this. Bernie Sanders is literally complimenting Barack Obama and saying that, but behind that, the Democratic Party was failing. They were not pushing a unified message of hope for people around the country to want to go out and vote for the Democratic Party. And you can't deny that. Like he said, they lost over 1,000 seats over the past 10 years. So, what's the argument? What did Bernie Sanders say that was so terrible? This is what they do. They try to find any possible way to slam Bernie Sanders. Anything they can hold on to. Because they know that time's up for them. That the progressives are taking over the Democratic Party. So they are doing whatever they can. Grasp at anything, any little thing that they can blow up and make it seem like a big deal to try and take down Bernie Sanders. All it takes is 2 minutes of research. Watch the actual clip. See what he is saying. Try and disagree with the points that he is making. Now, there's a point that often comes up when people say, oh, no, the Democratic Party is just losing because of gerrymandering. That's why. Well, yeah, that's a part of it. But to act like you lose 1,000 seats over 10 years just because of gerrymandering is ridiculous. So this is a tweet from Brianna Joy Gray, who's a fantastic writer for Current Affairs, Rolling Stone, Guardian. She is, if you need to follow anybody, a progressive on Twitter, or you want to follow a progressive on Twitter, follow Brianna Joy Gray. She's fantastic. Now, she tweeted out this. Anti-people of color, anti-democratic efforts like gerrymandering and voter suppression are absolutely a part of the story. But anyone who would attribute losing 1,000 seats to these factors while ignoring ideology/policy is someone destined to lose 1,000 more. From the audience, I watched the crowd of an 85% black city give Bernie Sanders a standing ovation both before and after his remarks. The crowd responded positively to Sanders' point that the Democratic Party has failed to retain seats, even with a leader as charismatic as Obama. So, obviously, she's right. You can't deny any of that. So yes, gerrymandering and voter suppression are both factors in elections. But to act like those are the only factors, and that the Democratic Party's message and the policies they put forward don't matter at all, you're just being ignorant. So, you don't lose 1,000 seats just because of gerrymandering and voter suppression, or lose states that were once for Obama that now went to Trump because of gerrymandering and voter suppression. No, there's a messaging problem here. The Democratic Party is not serving their voters. There's a lack of enthusiasm for the Democratic Party because they're not serving their base. Now, there's another, I want to go back to Bakari Sellers' tweet, because there's another aspect of this tweet that bothers me, and it's a representation of how mainstream media acts. So once again, he tweeted out, "Y'all can defend Bernie all you want. On MLK 50, his lack of self-awareness and arrogance in dismissing number 44, Obama, is wild. Bernie 2020 died April 4th, 2018. So apart from this tweet not matching up with what Bernie Sanders actually said, the other part of this that bothers me is this hyper-focus on symbolism. So we see this a lot in the establishment. So with Hillary Clinton's campaign, it was all about, oh, I'm with her. She'll be the first female president. Yeah, but how about the policies? What is she offering? What is the Democratic Party offering? Shouldn't that be front and center? But no, it was all about her. And we see that with this tweet. You can't criticize Barack Obama on the death of MLK. Okay, can you criticize Barack Obama during Black History Month? Like, I don't get this. Now, I understand if Bernie Sanders went out there and gave, an hour-long speech about how terrible Barack Obama was. Yeah, I would understand that. You maybe shouldn't do that. But that's not what happened here. All that happened here was Bernie Sanders made an offhand remark talking about how the Democratic Party has failed, and a lot of people don't recognize that because of those two major wins in 2008 and 2012 by Barack Obama. That's all he was saying. Yet people like Bakari Sellers blow it up and act like you can't even go around the edges or say anything potentially negative about Barack Obama on the death on the anniversary of MLK's death. Why? So I'm more focused on policy. I care about what will actually help people. Now, he's more focused, a lot of the establishment is more focused on symbolism. The first female president, the first black president. Yeah, those things are important. Symbols are definitely important. They give us hope. They make us look forward and reach for goals. But I just think what's more important is the actual policy. What actually gets done. What is being promised to people. What will actually help people's lives directly. Not just have some symbolism for us to, look at and go, wow, that's great. Yeah, these things are good. They matter. They definitely have a positive effect. But what's more important is the actual policy that affects your life. Now, I have one last clip here that I want to play from Bernie at that town hall. And it's because it was just a very positive message and it was great. So here it is.
And that is beginning to happen. So what we are doing is trying against a whole lot of opposition. The establishment doesn't go quietly into the twilight. But we are trying to open the doors of the Democratic Party to young people, to the millennials. And I know this may sound shocking or surprising. You can run for office, you can run for school board, you can run for state, you can help out on campaigns. And if you don't want to be involved in electoral politics, God only knows there are so many other things that you can be doing to improve our lives in this country. And the very good news, and I'm happy to tell you, is that is happening from coast to coast. All right? What we are seeing is working people and young people often for the very first time running for office and winning elections. And what I want to tell the people here, I've been an elected official for many, many years, so to me, everybody I know is in Congress or elected official, etc. But for people who are not involved in politics, they sit down and they say, what? Me run for office? That's crazy. I don't know enough about education or healthcare or the environment. I can't do it. So let me just remind you, and I say this is a member of the United States Senate. If you think you don't know enough about what's going on in the world, come to Washington and see some of my colleagues.
So Bernie Sanders is out here inspiring people to run for office. Even if you think you don't know anything about politics. He says, look at Congress. So yes, you can get involved. You can help change things. But you have these jokes for pundits like Bakari Sellers out here ignoring that message in their attempt to find a way to smear Bernie Sanders and take down the progressive movement. And in the process, they're only making themselves look like total idiots. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button below and consider throwing me a few bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/therationalnational or therationalnational.com/join.